I believe if you have any amount of marijuana, you should be placed in jail. Sheriff Gary Painter. Now, it's a really dumb statement to say that when the legislature and elected officials have voted for this bill and passed through with near unanimous support. Lamar County Sheriff B.J. McCoy from Northeast Texas wrote in the Paris, Texas News that they are going to jail, quote, "They are going to jail no matter how much they've got," after referring to marijuana's supposed gateway effect and the dangers of addiction. I personally wrote a rebuttal to the Lamar County Sheriff, which was published in the Paris, Texas newspaper the week after, discounting all of his points and basically saying that his statements were uneducated and ill-informed. Jefferson County Sheriff G. Mitch Woods said that it, quote, "seems to be a step towards decriminalizing these offenses, even though the bill does not decriminalize anything. As I said before, it doesn't change the penalties whatsoever. What it does is keep these pretrial defendants from taking up space where real criminals could be sitting." Just south of Austin, there's a county called Bexar County where San Antonio sits. The Bexar County Judge Nelson Wolf, who also happens to be a political icon in that general area, officially sent an open letter to Governor Rick Perry before the bill was passed, and basically it was urging Governor Perry to support the bill, and Judge Wolf very conservatively estimated that Bexar County could save $10,000 per day if they would only implement the provisions of the bill that don't deal with marijuana. That's $10,000 a day for the other $10,000 a day saved if they implement for the other 5 offenses, but what he's missing is there's 63,000 people arrested for marijuana offenses in Texas. $10,000 a day adds up to something like $3,650,000 in a year. If they would implement that for the marijuana arrest, who knows how much more they could save. He didn't estimate that. The Bexar County Sheriff's Department Jail Administrator, Dennis McKnight, who I personally talked to up at the legislature when I was giving testimony, has been a very outspoken proponent of this bill and other outright decriminalization bills in the legislature. Mr. McKnight has to deal with a jail, a county jail in Bexar County that he has said to the legislature is literally overflowing on a daily basis. And what he has to do is take inmates who are sitting in jail and decide which ones are the ones that are okay to let go so he can bring in new pretrial misdemeanor defendants. And he's sick of doing it, and he hates to see real criminals might slip through the cracks and be let out of this jail when they're putting these people in jail for nothing, basically. The San Antonio Police Department, which is also in Bexar County, as I mentioned, has been in contact with the district attorney there, District Attorney Susan Reed, who initially, before the bill was voted on and passed and signed, had indicated that she might be open to implementing the bill. However, the police department made a public statement that after consulting with DA Reed, they had decided not to implement the bill. And again, this is the local sheriff, or the local police going against the county sheriff's wishes and going with the DA. Likewise, in Harris County, where Houston is, the district attorney, Chuck Rosenthal, sent a memo out to all local and county law enforcement in Harris County saying that if his office receives any cases where a citation was given for a Class B or A misdemeanor, that he's not going to accept any of those cases, which sounds kind of neat on the face of it. Well, hey, he's not going to prosecute them. That's not what he's saying to the local law enforcement. What he's saying is, you guys need to arrest these people. And what's even worse, in Harris County, coming up next month on the ballot, the district attorney Rosenthal, along with many of the county and city officials, are pushing a $300 million bond package on the voters because their jails are overcrowding and they need to build more jails. But yet the district attorney has publicly said that he's not going to implement this when it could easily ease their jail burden by hundreds, if not thousands, of inmates every month and year. Dallas County, where Dallas is, has not made any public statements about this, but I will say they need to implement it. Earlier this year, the Texas Commission on Jail Standards forced Dallas County to release 700 prisoners outright out of their jails due to severe overcrowding. And this was something that had to be done on a week time frame. So basically they had to take 700 people from their jail within a week and get them out because of the overcrowding issue. Fort Worth, the local police have said that they may want to implement it. This is Tarrant County, but again, the Sheriff's Department, the state troopers, and the DA have said no. Travis County, and this is the oasis in Texas where I reside, Austin. Travis County is a great place to be. The Travis County Commissioners Court had a hearing before the bill was passed and gave their full support to this bill. They gave it the okay for implementation, and the Travis County Sheriff's Department and the constables have said publicly that they will do the same. Austin Police Department has been doing a similar type of unofficial thing for several years now for minor possession, whether it's a joint or a small baggie. Sometimes they will write people a citation for paraphernalia instead of possession, which keeps that person out of jail and lets the cops stay on the street. And of course, the Austin Police Department will be implementing this bill to the fullest. I hope that this attitude in Austin can rub off on some of the other people around the state. It's a hard thing to do. A lot of these people that have made dumb statements about this bill are elected officials, and I would like to see a publicity campaign go on in Texas where we can say, hey, your elected official in your county said that they don't want to implement something that your representative voted for, so we need to get somebody else in there. And we're trying to get more support, we're trying to push more bills, and we will not give up. We're going to keep doing it. Every legislative session, the next one's in 2009, they're every 2 years. Check us out, texasnormal.org, and support any of these organizations up here. They're all great. Thank you for having me. Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Keith.